You can eat it in the car, probably not while you're driving. I would recommend that, but it is a really quick meal to have prepared overnight. And as I said, grab it on the go and you can eat it. What's more, it's fairly healthy. I'm just trying to think of a not healthy ingredient here. Hey everyone, it's Opie here for another video where I talk about health, wealth and happiness. Today I wanted to show you the steps that I do to make my overnight oats. So for breakfast, most of the time I end up actually having my smoothie. The second alternative is either granola or oats. Most of the time it's my smoothie. I'll make another video of that later on, but since I'm making my oats, I thought I'll just quickly film this and show you what how I make them as well. You know, it only takes me a couple of minutes. I'm going to try and time myself and see how long it takes. But how I got into porridge was when I ended up going to that meditation retreat, the 10-day meditation retreat, they ended up making their porridge on a stove, massive pot of porridge, milk, water, and sultanas, and that's all I sort of picked up on. Maybe there was other ingredients like maybe a little bit of cinnamon or some sugar, but it tasted wonderful. So after I came back, that was my go-to meal for 3 years. 3 years, almost every day, I ended up eating normal oats on a bed of berries. So I would have basically raspberries, blueberries, flax seeds, and I would pour the oats, just the hot oats on top of that, and that would basically cool it down and I would just eat it, and that would be my meal. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't actually recommend doing that because you do end up putting a little bit of weight on, okay? So I'm not trying to discourage from eating oats because oats are all awesome. But if you're like me and you're just happy with the same meals over and over again, maybe just mix it up a bit. But now, 9 times out of 10, maybe 8 times out of 10, my go-to meal is my smoothies, and I've got no issues with that. I smash that down, and as I said, I'll make a separate video on how I do that. But today I wanted to focus on oats. But before I do that, don't just sort of take my word for it that it's actually one of the best breakfasts that you can actually have. Have a look at this quick video about from doctors, plant-based doctors, on what they eat for breakfast, and they'll tell you themselves. Check it out.
So breakfast, I think there's got to be one best breakfast, which has to be oats, whether it's hot cooked oats or whether it's overnight cold soaked.
Oatmeal is great, lots of fiber, lots of minerals and vitamins, but I sprinkle flax seeds on it, which are great for your omega-3. Chia seeds, again, great for omega-3. Hemp seeds, great for protein and omega-3 as well.
Old-fashioned Quaker oats with raspberries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries.
When luxury permits, it's going to be a big bowl of oatmeal. It's going to be some fresh blueberries, maybe frozen. It's going to be walnuts. It's going to be the spices I love.
So I'll have a giant bowl of oatmeal. Sometimes I'll have 2, or a smoothie.
What I eat many days of my life is overnight oats.
All right. See what I mean? They all have their oats. It's one of their preferred meals as well, which is why I wanted to show you. But before I go into it, let me try and quickly go through the ingredients, okay? So what I ended up doing was going to Kmart, and I ended up going to the reject shop and got a couple of these jars. They're just plain simple jars. I don't know how big they are in terms of ounces or mils. Maybe I should have checked that. But they're not that big, okay? You can obviously get them bigger, but this is the jars that I ended up picking up. And it depends on how big of a breakfast you want as well. So for a typical meal in the morning, this really isn't enough for me. So I would have this plus some fruit as well, just to supplement that. So get yourself some jars, and then what you would need is obviously, you would need the oats. So this is my brand that I ended up getting from Wool's or Coles, but it doesn't really matter. But what you have to make sure that they are the rolled oats. As you can see there, they're not the quick oats, because The quick oats, even though they're quick, you don't need them for overnight oats. You can get the plains, the whole oats. And the beauty of these ones is they're actually healthier for you than the quick oats, because I believe that the wheat germ is retained in these. What else do I end up putting in there? So I end up using flax seeds. Okay. These are the flax seeds that I end up grinding up. Okay. But if you haven't seen flax seeds before, they're also known as lens seeds. That's how they come. You can't put the lens seeds in like this, or the flax seeds. You do have to grind it up. So if you've got a little grinder, this is my little grinder thing, and my Nutribullet is over there, chuck it in, and I grind it up into sort of a meal, and that's flax seeds. Then the other key ingredient is chia seeds, because the chia seeds, once you soak them overnight in some sort of liquid, they sort of expand and they have this beautiful texture and flavor to it. Actually, probably not flavor, but more of a texture to it. I end up putting some walnuts as well. So the reason why I end up putting walnuts is because obviously it's good to have a few nuts every day just for the omega-3 fatty acids. I'll go into it later on why I end up putting it on another video, but yeah, for now, they're good. Hemp seeds, just for the protein factor of it. You don't have to, but I end up putting these in. Sultanas, highly recommend it because they do add that sweetness. Goji berries, I've never actually tried this in overnight oats, but you know what? I'm going to try it today. I'm going to make one with and one without. Let's see how they taste. That's a new ingredient for me. And obviously your favorite yogurt. Okay, it doesn't have to be this particular brand, and none of these brands are sort of endorsements. They're just the stuff that I end up using. But this is just a coconut flavor, coconut yogurt, natural, whatever. And some frozen berries. So I end up going for the blueberries and raspberries. I wouldn't recommend going with the strawberries at all, because strawberries really get just sort of yucky when they're soaked and stuff. So go for these two. And your favorite milk, whatever the milk is. I end up going for soy. Unfortunately, this particular soy brand is good, but it's not manufactured in Australia. But it is actually my favorite, the Bonsoy brand. And there's only a little bit left, so I'm gonna have to use the backup of oat milk. So I've never tried this, but I'm gonna have to because I've run out. So let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna put my stopwatch on. Let's see how long it takes. Okay. So I don't know if you can see this. Well, I'm gonna put that there. You can see it. I'm gonna get these out. All right, I'm looking at. Okay. Let's open it. Actually, maybe I should start it again, shouldn't I? Stop. Reset. Start. All right. Let's do it. So the oats. So there's no right or wrong, to be honest. I end up just putting in as much as I feel like. Probably about half. Then I'm going to put 2 big spoons of, actually just one for now, of the yogurt. So 1 tablespoon of yogurt. And some sultanas in. I'll put the chia seeds as well in. So be careful about the chia seeds. I end up usually pouring more than I should. Okay, that should be enough. And go for the hemp seeds as well. Alright, there isn't much left in the hemp seeds. Don't tell me I've finished. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty much done. Well, so hemp seeds gone. Well, I'm really scared to try these because they're pretty hard. But I'm going to try and put it into one of them. Let's do a little bit of experimentation, and I recommend you do the same as well. So experiment, put stuff you like, put stuff that you may not like. But try it out, you know. Worst case, you don't put them in next time. So these ones, I wouldn't put them in whole. I'd break them up because they're good for you. I particularly don't like the taste, to be honest. But I have them because they're good for you. So they did a study a while ago where they sort of looked at all the people who have been in a vegan plant-based diet for a long time. And in terms of heart disease, any other diseases, nothing. But they did notice those who didn't consume enough omega-3s and so forth, they ended up getting forms of Alzheimer's and dementia. So to avoid that, to counteract that, obviously get your omega-3s this way, or flax seeds. Flax seeds are amazing. So they say if you can make one dietary change in your life, one dietary, and you can only do the one, it's to take flax seeds or have flax seeds. That's how powerful flax seeds are. All right. And you know what? I'm going to put this in, then I'm going to mix it. So how I mix it is I end up getting a butter knife and just giving it a stir. Well, it doesn't need to be 100%, but it's just enough. So it needs more liquid. As you can see, it's still a little bit dry. That's okay. So give this a stir as well. All right, how long has it been? Gee, 3.5 minutes. Okay, so, and I'm going to put some berries in now. Okay. And the next one. And I'm going to try and mix in the oat milk. I don't know how this is going to taste. Especially because I've never tried this brand and I'm not an oat milk person, but who knows. Doesn't matter, as I said. It's just 1 or 2 meals. We will live. We will survive. So that's it. And actually, might top this up with another tablespoon of yogurt, because that really does add a beautiful flavor to it. So I can potentially top it up even more with a bit of oats, because again, what do we find to do? It is overnight oats, right? Well, we don't have to, but I will. Just a tiny bit. All right, you know what? We're at the 5-minute mark and we're done. That's it. So mix it all in. I am going to call it. I reckon 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a good. So if you can allocate 5 minutes, but you just have to get the ingredients ready. And then what I would do is put the lid on it. I'll put this to the side somewhere. I'll clean this up later. Done. So within 5, 6, 7 minutes, you've got yourself meals, 2 meals ready for hopefully a weekday. You grab it on the go. You can eat it in the car. Probably not while you're driving. I would recommend that. But it is a really quick meal to have prepared overnight. And as I said, grab it on the go and you can eat it. What's more, it's fairly healthy. I'm just trying to think of a not healthy ingredient here. Maybe the yogurt, but I don't know. Maybe the yogurt. But I'll let you decide. Cool. Thank you very much. I hope you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.